Hi there, guys, and welcome to a dash of the Gunners. I almost said a dash of sports. This is a dash of the Gunners, and I'm your host and presenter, Dashiki Dash. And I'm going to get straight into it. Arsenal talk, as per usual, here on this channel. It's going to be the match player rankings. Arsenal taking on Chelsea, winning 3-2 at Stamford Bridge. Great win, great win. But just a bit of a downer in regards to the result. So obviously winning 3-2 would have been better if it was at least 3-0 or 3-1 at least. But listen, we'll take a goal lead back to the Emirates and see how we fare. If you didn't watch my previous video, that's where I kind of talk, more about the game itself, the players, and just overriding how I was feeling post, the game. But this is going to be the match player rankings on the night. And where should I start off? Let me start off with the goalkeeper, and I'll make my way up the pitch. So goalkeeper. Now I'm gonna put this in the mix. My rankings originally was a little bit higher. Like the players all got a high ranking, and they will get a high ranking because I felt we played very well. But conceding those two goals kind of dropped it a little bit. You know what I mean? Kind of dropped it a little bit. So starting off with Kepa, deputizing for Raya, and this is the competition that is pretty much his, being the number two goalkeeper. So I think the domestic cups such as the Carabao Cup and FA Cup, I believe is going to be Kepa's competition. Depending, I don't know how it would be once we get into a final, for example. Will Raya play the final or will it be Kepa? Listen, that's for another time. But in terms of the rankings, I will say I will give Kepa, I'll give him a 7. 7. I would have given him an 8, but obviously conceding those two goals, a bit Flapiansky when it came to the corners a little bit. I need him to do better when it comes to obviously parrying the shots and stuff like that. But look, he's not played a load amount of games, so that's kind of give him a bly. But all in all, I'll give him a, what did I say? Did I say 7? I'll give him a 7. Ben White, Benny Blanco scored. I think it was he man of the, no, it wasn't a man of the match. It was Gyokeres, isn't it? But obviously scored, assisted as well. Done well in the game. Done well in the game. The only thing that I would just be like, took his mark a little bit down, and that is the two goals that we conceded. Now I'm not saying it was solely his fault, no, but those goals came on his side where Garnacho was, and I just felt like if he was just a bit closer, he could have possibly done something. But yeah, man, I would have given him an 8, but he gets a 7 for me. Saliba done well, defended well. I'm also gonna give him a 7. Gabriel as well, gonna give him a 7 as well. And this is like purely, they would have got 8s, but this is purely for conceding the two goals. Timber, he done well, but it's not really his fault playing out there on the left. He had a very good battle with Esteval. I'm torn because he done well, but there was a lot of times he was losing the ball. He was trying to dribble out. A lot of stuff that I like Lewis Skelly doing. Like he's very good at dribbling the ball out, and so is Timber when he's out there on the right. But I just feel like um, on the left, obviously dribbling out, very much going to his right, being right footed, going into danger a lot of the times. So it sounds a little bit harsh, but I'm on the like a 6.57. You know what I mean? So that's where I lie with Timber. Um, who else? Zubimendi gets an 8, man. Done very, very well. Um, I wouldn't say he's going under the radar, but people are not as wax lyrical as they are for other players. You've got to consider, man. First, he's not even done a season in the Premier League, and he looks like he's been playing there for years. A six, the scoring goals. Saliba said it himself as well. Like he's scoring too many goals for a six. Um, so it's so good to see him contributing. Um, there's stuff that we need to do when he does push up, and he comes out of his position that I'll talk about when I get to a particular player. But yeah, I'm gonna give him an 8. Um, Rice, solid performance, solid performance. You know what I mean? You're always gonna get Rice performing very, very well. I'll give him an 8 as well. Was an engine. He was just everywhere for Rice. So Rice gets an 8. Odegaard played well. Could have got a high number as well, a higher number than what I'm gonna give him. He's also on the kind of 6.5, 7. The mistake that he made, he's been doing this quite often as well. I don't know if it's just me that's noticing it. Obviously, it won't be. As Arsenal fans, we watch our players. But I don't know if you agree with this, but losing the ball in the middle there, man, sometimes, and I know that a lot of people will say, like, look, man, Odegaard is not a combative guy. He's not going to be robust in the challenges and stuff like that. So some of the times he does lose out on his duels, but losing the ball in the middle like that, yeah, it was so frustrating, which then ultimately led to a goal. Now, it wasn't direct, but in that build up of losing the ball, and then, what I mean, a couple phases later, then boom, we've conceded a goal. So I'm gonna give him like a 6.5. Could have been a 7, but yeah. Who else? Saka. It's becoming a little bit frustrating for me, a little bit. Now, hear me out. Saka, man, he's our boy. He's our star boy. Does everything that we need him to do. Sometimes I wish a little bit more. But that's for another story and another another day. I'm in defense of this player on this occasion, Saka. You need to try and get this ball to Gyokeres quicker. Just get it to him quicker. So I don't want to hear no excuses. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the time it's like, oh, Gyokeres is not getting the ball enough. He's not getting the ball quick enough. Get that ball to him, man, so that, you know what I mean? So we can rest all of these excuses out of the way. But apart from that, causing some problems as per usual, him and Kukurea always having a battle together. In fact, when they interviewed Saka at the beginning of the game, he was speaking about like he's going to be enjoying that game. Kukurea got a yellow card for a constant, like, battling with Saka. So that kept Kukurea quite quiet throughout the game. I would say performance-wise, he was all right. So I'll give Saka a 7. Trossard got a yellow card, not early, but I think early doors, should we just say. And I felt like that kind of affected him. I was worried because sometimes, you know what I mean, like when he's tracking back and he's trying to defend, he'll get a silly yellow card at times. So I was had my fingers crossed that it wouldn't turn into a red card, which we've been doing very, very well when it comes to our discipline. You know what I mean? No red cards for this season and all of that. But I think it wasn't a great game and it wasn't a bad game. So I can put him also like in that 6.5 category. You know what I mean? And he came off and Martinelli came on. He also didn't do much, but yeah, it was a decent game for Trossard. Who else? Who am I missing? Gyokeres. I give Gyokeres I'll give Gyökeres a. Nah, look, man. He was man in the match. A goal, an assist. This is all we've been asking for him to do. to contribute a little bit more, to get involved in the game, to make a difference, because that's what we brought him here for, to make a difference on goals and assists, more so goals. I love the way he scored. Some may say it was scrappy, but that's what you got to do, man. You got to get in the box. You are the number 9. You got to smell those goals, man. So I was happy for him. Definitely congratulated him, and kudos to him. So for Gyokeres, I'll give him an 8. I'll give him an 8. I felt like he done well in getting a goal and assist, and you can see the confidence that built up for him. But yeah, let me know, man. I won't talk about the subs and all of that kind of stuff. Although Marino, when he came on as well, yeah, that yellow card, I weren't feeling it, man. You weren't gonna get the ball, and we had enough defenders back to be able to deal with that situation. But anyway, yeah, it was a good game. Players did well. We're 1 goal up, taking this lead back to the Emirates, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get to the final and compete for this trophy, man. It's about winning trophies. The players are hungry. Players need stuff to put in their pockets at the end of the season, yeah. So fingers crossed that we can do it, and yeah, let's see how it goes at the Emirates against Chelsea.